down the drain, it's the same process.
Your whole body wet.
Your whole body is wet from head to toe. You know, even if you're sitting in a tub, you got to wash your whole body. Your head may have been on the pillow. You got to wash your whole body. You know. Look, y'all. If we went according to Leviticus 15, the shake joints will go out of business. It's copulation spilling in there everywhere. But they say go up in there and have the best fun of your life with all of your earnings. Make it rain. If you ain't got enough, make it drizzle. Do whatever it takes. But up in here, but there's copulation up in there.
Right.
How you think that type of friction gonna go on and ain't nothing gonna happen to nobody? Everybody's strengthened up like that. Let's get some more. Where we at, y'all? We ain't got long 6 minutes.
Verse 17. And every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water and be unclean unto the evening.
See, look, it's back in the day for the shorty's sake, we had something called clothes grind. Or set some fabric on fire. And sometimes things would happen. You can't just hang them back up in the closet. You got to wash them clothes. Yo, we trying to keep it clean for the shorty, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Where we at?
Verse 18.
The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until the evening.
So it's even telling you, this say if you with a woman or you going solo. You got to the water. If the seed of copulation go. That's why Deuteronomy 23:10 speaks of a nocturnal emission or what we call a wet dream. If you know that happening, you know when you wake up. Right, you know. You know I didn't pee on myself, it ain't yellow enough. So you know what happened. You got to wash yourself. So then if you with a woman, both y'all wash. This deals with every aspect of human life.
This is in the Bible, y'all.
Yes, it does.
Right, Bible. Right.
Where we at? Verse what?
19.
Everybody laugh. You been unclean?
Right.
You been unclean?
Go ahead.
And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall put apart. She shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the evening.
So it's saying her issue, if it be an issue of blood, it may not be that time. It could be a different issue of blood causing problem. It could be a kidney disease, or it could be this and that. Y'all know women, y'all know the different things that could cause that problem. If that, she has to separate from the male counterpart or anywhere she could be that blood could get on something wherever she at. She has to be morally conscious, spiritually conscious that I know what's going on with me. I cannot endanger somebody else and not tell them, and then they are unclean until the next day. Whose responsibility is that? You got to come. No! Don't sit right there. Miguel was sitting right there. Yeah. Miguel was sitting right there. What does that mean to me? Two things. Right, so y'all, look, and we know, ain't nobody did the work really. Who done cleaned all the furniture?
Right.
Who done cleaned?
I don't think everybody has to do it.
Does that include, like, if a child goes bleeding and you deal with the blood?
Yeah.
You're unclean.
Until that blood has to be washed, it has to be cleaned away. It gotta be, your hands have to be washed. You can't transfer that blood because blood carries disease. You know, that's where everything is tested. Every illness you get, what they test? Blood. They test the blood. They draw what?
blood.
They can use urine for a little while, but when they want to get right down to what's circulating through your body that can infect the whole body, they got to pull in blood.
So the parent that deals with the blood, the parent is unclean and it's bathed into the eating, right?
Well, just have to wash like it's different things for the thing. A bloody nose or whatever it is. It's got certain instructions for certain patterns. It say wash your hands on this one. That may be a wash your hands at that point. It's not the same as that blood from a secret area. It's totally different because this child could be in an innocent state. They ain't reached puberty yet. So that blood ain't stained like ours is. What we got? Verse what?
Verse 20.
Uh-huh.
And everything that she lies upon in her separation shall be unclean.
Right?
Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
Now, brothers talk about this a lot. Man, so we ain't supposed, is that what we supposed to look? She's going to be doing this for the next 40 years. What do you got planned for the house?
A warehouse of chairs.
Right. One or the other, or you going to teach her what her responsibility is. Maybe she's got a certain chair during that time. But the main reason it was for, why we read Leviticus 18, when it says men that come to a menstrual woman, you have to understand it's like going back into the Garden of Eden with sin. You cannot go in there with sin. That's why the Most High warns a woman. She gets certain signals that it's almost time for separation, so that you may be kept at bay and don't get caught up in that blood, in that remission of sin, because that happened in the Garden of Eden. That was one of the Eve curses. That's where they came from. So we have to understand that if you play game and you know time caught you, you just wasn't tripping off of it, want to brush it off, and then tell the man next day, you made me do that. We didn't heard it. Look, it's either tell him to wait 7 days, which he should be able to wait. If you know he ain't gonna wait and go around there looking for Lucinda, this is the least of your problem. He's got a hot box.
The brimstone.
Hey, he got brimstone loins. He ain't gonna be able to wait 7 anyway. Girl, how much longer? Rushing you. Put a towel down. No. Same thing. What you got? Sis, what you got?
That's why men can have multiple wives to be satisfied with their same.
No.
Not just a quarter.
Not for that, but that was one part of it if he couldn't contain. See, if you can't contain, look, if you can't contain, there has to be something that keeps you, like Paul said in 1 Corinthians 7, if a man can't contain, let him marry. So if you can't contain, if you have to tell your woman up front, look, I got a white liver, and I has to have it. Now your days of separation, look, it's the deal, but that has to be told up front. It has to be told up front, so that there's no secrets, it ain't no problem, or you got to opt out of that relationship and say, I can't deal with a hot, lonely man, because there's no control with it. It's why constantly the Most High tells us to gird your loins. That's where our problem's at. That's where our problem's at. Yeah.
I just want to add.
You got something, sis? What you got over there?
Yeah, I want to know, so, women have pads now, and the blood's not touching anything. So that means that, like, if I was on and I'm sitting in this church, I'm clean.
Right.
It's unclean, even though, like, we have a pad on and the blood.
Only if you know it's past that pad. Because you can't tell us. Especially if you're the wife of somebody else. What do you think the next thought would be in our mind? First of all, it's going to kill the lust I had. And it ain't supposed to be, you ain't even supposed to be thinking about that right off. Maybe I look like that again in 7 days. But you are responsible for that. The same as a man. It started off with a man, the same way. What if a man was sitting in that seat and needed to be down on brand, but he trying other things instead of going to the doctor?
Right, so why would you be up
Better
there
be
if
a
you
peanut butter.
unclean? So why would you be up there if you unclean?
Right.
If that right, in the sense till evening, if you wash yourself or whatever it may be, does that put you out of the camp? Does that put you completely out? Is unclean mean you're defiled? This is the key word. This is the key word. Is unclean ever tied to defile?
No.
Now, so unclean has its limit of moral responsibility to clean your act up, to reproduce children, to do whatever, to keep people from diseases. It's not just only that. If you know you've took all of the precautions you need to do, if you sitting over there, if you know it ain't no problem next week, look, this is a rehab center doing Monday through Friday. And other people use this room. Right now, everybody could be sitting on some hot stuff. So what do? We can't get a church sniffer. How we gonna take it? What you got says, but unclean is not defiled. We're gonna hit that mark to explain that.
Yeah, I was talking about period. Right?
Yeah.
So if a woman is supposed to be set apart for 7 days, like she shouldn't be around any other men that she can tell you, right?
7 days, right, is first spiritual. See, you can separate yourself and not fix the problem. You know, it's the problem where it comes in for like the woman that had the issue for 12 years straight. Who's she gonna be around? Period. How she's gonna live? What's gonna happen with her? So these questions gonna be asked. I ask these questions. What's she gonna do about every day then? She can't be around nobody. Yeah. She can't go to the doctor because other people at the doctor's office. What is she gonna do?
Do you get 2 refrigerators? Do you get 2 stoves?
Everything she touches off. So look, but this the deal. She gonna be like that every month for at least the next 40 years. It's your household, the man, because you have to prepare the household. However the household came about, you still the head of the household. You got to get that house fixed, and you got a 40-year trial plan that you're gonna be running till that one goes away. Till just that one goes away. But we still got the problems of you dreaming at night about Beyonce, who's Jay-Z's wife. No friction, and it's called nocturnal emission, and you did that from the lust in your dreams. It's still the same process. Can you come back down here and reveal that to us? Man, I can't tell you about me and Sasha Fierce. Not last night. No. So, y'all, it's more of a moral thing. Y'all, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna finish this up, y'all. We're gonna need to Matthew right quick. We're gonna get out. Y'all, but it's a moral thing, a self-check. Every man and woman should be mindful of themselves and what harm they could bring somebody. When it means don't forsake the assembly, don't do that either. If you know it's a problem there, we shouldn't have to tell you that. See, the letter of the law would instruct you, but sooner or later, you got to get out your mama's house, out your daddy's house, and you got to have this understanding for yourself. I'm in a bad way today. It's heavier than it was last time. I can't go as bad as I want to go. I can't go. Men, that's why the separation came in there, so you wouldn't become white liver victims. Give yourself a break. Let the land rest for 7 days. Don't the virgin earth or the earth rest for 7 years? Let it rest for 7 days.
The land rest, son.
Before you put more seed in it, don't it? It has to keep your mind focused. If you can't separate, then you will become what they call a lasciviousness person.
Yep.
You a hot box. Yep. You can't contain. Everything walk by. All of your conversation be you happy. Yep. Are you happy? What do you think that means? Do you think they're concerned about your well-being and your college education? Or they want to see you smiling like the Joker on the other side of midnight? Which one you think it is? Let's get it, y'all. Let's finish this up, y'all. We gotta get out of here. What you got, bro?
I just had one real quick, President, we was talking about The woman, of course, having an issue. Of course, Leviticus 18, Leviticus 20, it outlines fornication. And Leviticus 20, verse 18 says, and if a man shall lie with a woman having her sickness,
Right.
and shall...
Where you at?
Leviticus 20, verse 18.
Okay.
It says, if a man shall lie with a woman having her sickness, and shall uncover her nakedness,
Right.
he hath discovered her fountain,
Right.
and she hath uncovered the fountain of her blood, and both of them shall be cut off from among their people.
Now, how would anybody know unless the other party told? Look, the telling don't start till you break up. Then it tells where your uncleanness is at. That's when we find out your uncleanness. When they tell all your dirty secrets, both male and female. Girl, I saw Rufus out there. You know he ain't nothing but an unclean individual. I saw Bertha. She ain't nothing but an unclean individual. But it didn't matter when y'all was together. Now you worried about who else getting that uncleanness. Let's finish this up. What you got, bro?
And then the separation.
Shalom, says.
Separation actually make the connection more, you know what I'm saying, better or appreciate it. You can separate for like the whole week or something.
Absolutely.
So when the connection, when you connect back with your significant other, it's that much more beautiful.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Right.
gonna control yourself for a week, 7 days or something, but that make the connection even more better.
Yep.
You really had time to vibe this whole week. You didn't feel me? Well, ain't nothing to be scared of, more like embrace it.
Right. And look, if somebody used that to try to get another wife, well, it's that time. I got to have me something else. Okay, is it really you want something else, or is it that they unclean? Was this discussed? Shalom, Derek. Was this discussed before the marriage? Before you came to this woman? Did you let her know, I'm a hot box? I need a concubine.
Fill up quick.
Let them know up front. And look, if your shorty or something happened, he break his arm, it ain't no secret to her. She'll tell you, boy, go around to the Maylene house and tell your daddy Earl and broke his arm. It ain't no secrets. She know where you at. Let's get some more. Let's finish this off, y'all. We ain't got long. Go ahead.
Leviticus 15, verse 23.
What it say?
And if it be on her bed,
Listen up, y'all.
if it be on her bed,
Uh-huh.
or anything whereon she sitteth,
Right?
when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until the evening.
See, this is why the Most High said, harlots are never punished unless they marry. But you taking a chance every time you can be brought to a price of bread. You can be. You can't be, is it major punishment? Is there a sin sacrifice for messing with a harlot that's not married? It ain't recorded. But can you be brought to a price of bread? Read the 35th chapter of Genesis and the 12 patriarchs of Judah, how much he gave up. If you give that up for every time, 2 or 20 minutes, you will be broke as a joke. Get a wife. And then you won't have to worry about that. Spending like that. Well, at least you see what you spend. But you spend $10 a whop at the shake joint on Burr and then 20 a day, that's $200 that ain't nothing happened. But the calculation of probably the man before you rub it on your pants. Strip joints ain't just started in Brooklyn. Let's get some more. What we at?
Verse 24.
What it say?
And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days.
How many days he gonna be unclean?
7 days.
How many men in here, we ain't gonna say nothing for the children's sake, took care of that 7-day cleansing? And you know it.
From running the stop.
You know, for the children's sake, it wasn't the right color. So, did you separate for 7? Did you do your work? Huh? Well, if you did it, then more power to you. At least it's understood. But if you didn't, and you start blaming each other, damn it, you do it. Damn it, you do it. You ain't keeping up. The calendar right there, I got it marked out. Hot box. Look, if you conceive a child during that time, it's a terrible time for a way to conceive a child. That's why you have to be extra careful and separate yourself. You could bring a wicked child into the fold, especially when you knowingly know that it's separation time, and you say, put the child down. And she conceives seed. It's gonna be a problem. It's like putting wheat in a Times Beach that's full of dioxin. What type of crops you think you're gonna get? Y'all, that's why it was so important. That's a time for a man to separate from anything so he don't get addicted. So he don't turn into graveyard love. You damn well you leave me, everybody down. Graveyard love.
And also, as a man, having sex increases your testosterone. You'll find yourself getting weaker. Actually, it's been shown that if you can go 7 days without sex, 7 days, it increased your testosterone by 48.6%.
Dang.
48.6%.
And then on that 7th day, when you get there, it goes back to zero. But you at least got to get a building going. You can't start at zero all the time. No testosterone.
That's why whenever we went out to war, there was no women around. We wasn't, doing our thing. Because it was wartime. Our mindset was on war.
Let's finish this up, y'all. We got these last few verses. Go ahead. Verse 25. Where you at? Is that where you at? 24.
24.
Uh-huh.
And all the bed whereon he lies shall be unclean.
Right.
And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation.
Now we're talking about it to run over. Go ahead.
Or if it run beyond the time of her separation, all the days of the issue of her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation. She shall be unclean.
See, you don't get to say, well, it ran past the 7 days, I'm still clean, this a little something different. Look, if it run 15 days, you still unclean. You can't count 7 and say the other 8 that I went on to 17, that really don't count. Come on, get a tie. You can't. It's still unclean. Let's read some more.
Verse 26.
What it say?
Every bed whereon she lieth, all the days of her issue, shall be unto her as the bed of her separation.
Right.
And whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
Right.
As the uncleanness of her separation.
Right.
And whosoever toucheth those things shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the evening. But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean.
Right.
And on the 8th day she shall take unto her 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, and bring them unto the priest to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
See, and the reason we had this, y'all, because of Numbers 5. There was jealousy laws and different things that men would bring up an evil accusation against their woman. If something happened and she let you do something, or he found out something, he would take you to the priest. Yeah, she didn't tell you about the other day that she, in her separation, down on Pope Bridget. What? What? See, there was laws to protect women for that. So women, you have to be on your game and say no. And men, you have to say no. You better come on, boys, getting close. No. And then the threats fly. Y'all know the threats. It can't be that. It can't be extortion in this.
Right.
Back off when it's time to back off, and watch how pleasurable it be, how satisfying it be when you come back together. Let's get it. Where we at? Verse what? 30.
And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering.
For what kind of offering?
A sin offering.
Okay.
And the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for her before the Lord for the issue of her uncleanness.
Right.
Thus shall ye separate the children of Israel from their uncleanness, that they die not in their uncleanness, when they defile my tabernacle that is among them. This is the law of him that hath an issue, and of him whose seed goeth from him, and is defiled therewith.
So we see that the law has to be completed in two parts so you don't defile the sanctuary. You have to watch. You have to be conscious of what happens so you don't defile that sanctuary. And you don't defile. But if you sitting up in here and know what happened and you like, shit, they don't know. It's not us you fooling. You ain't fooling the Most High. He know what you're doing. It could be personal. And then just think about this, if you don't make it home in time or the news get hot and the whispering get seductive, there we go. Looking for the hot sheet on, and ain't no water around. Piling it up. Let's get some more, finish this off. Verse 32.
And of her that is sick of her flowers, and of him that hath an issue, of the man.
Of the who?
Of the man. And of the woman. And of him that lieth with her that is unclean.
So y'all, that breaks it down from start to finish. There's a lot more in there. The 13, 14 deals with leprosy and other type of sicknesses and different things going on. There's a lot of time, but being we're involved, let's just hit that Matthew 12, that issue of blood 12, we're going to close out because there's something very important in there. That what Messiah tells this woman, this what's made you whole. This what cured you. Look, don't you know if you're going outside the regular day, you got to go to a doctor about that? Fellas, if it's still what it is, I don't care about the remedies they telling you to drink. If it's still there after a certain number of days, you got to go to the physician. You can't keep on trying remedies. Cucumbers and Pepto-Bismol, they say that dried up. You need some penicillin.
All right.
Where we at, Matthew?
Matthew chapter 9.
This is one y'all gonna close out. This is the woman with that. Y'all, as we've been going through here, we seeing the spiritual consciousness of the law. Look, the script say you get with a woman, you become one flesh. But the law states under the spiritual law, you have to become one spirit. So the woman has to know that what she can't put her man in jail, nor his pockets. And a man has to know that he can't allow the same things to happen. You know, if you did have two women and it was known about it, wasn't no secret, how you gonna take that over there to her? Right. Then where you going? Both of them infected now. Where you going after that? Matthew chapter 9, y'all, we're gonna close out. And it's just the last one, y'all, concerning this, the outer cup, y'all, because a woman can separate herself. You can say that's her room during this time, but if she ain't got it up here, none of that means anything on the grand scheme of things. And that means everywhere she goes, not just in your house. If she leaves that house, everything is subject to that. And you got to be in charge of it. Who's sleeping on the couch? Who peeing in a 5-gallon bucket outside? Both y'all can't use the toilet. So y'all, she has to understand, and you have to understand, if we have to get them Clorox wipe and wipe it off when you get up, then that's what it is. I know I ain't passed that uncleanness unto him. But ain't nobody equipped for 2-3 bathrooms in a home. If you got it like that, that's fine and dandy. But most of us on lockdown. And who ain't peeing at work?
It's squatting at work.
Huh?
It's squatting at work.
Well, that's what I heard. Ain't been no top mask exercise, gonna be some collapsing on the stool in the hell with us. Hey, let's read over. All
right. The book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 18. While he spake these things unto them, right, behold, there came a certain ruler, right, and worshiped him, saying, My daughter is even now dead, but come and lay thy hand upon her, and she shall live. And Jesus arose and followed him, and said, and so did his disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue.
What was she?
Diseased with an issue.
Right.
Of blood 12 years.
So, y'all think about that. Where she'd have been, or where she get the paper to turtle dove it out like that. 12 years. That's every day.